All right, everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something a little different today. Instagram growth,
Oh, yeah, it's a hot topic for sure.
isn't it? It feels like everyone's trying to crack the code these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been checking out this podcast, Social Media Mastery,
Mhm.
and they had this episode sponsored by a company called SocialWick.
Okay. Interesting.
And it really got us thinking, like how do you boost your presence on Instagram?
Yeah.
SocialWick claims they've helped like over 1 million customers gain visibility and engagement.
Wow. 1 million.
Yeah. And get this. They say they've delivered millions of followers and likes.
Sounds a little,
Too good to be true.
yeah, maybe.
Exactly. So we thought, let's break this down, see what they're really offering, and, figure out what it all means for someone like you trying to grow their account.
Definitely. Worth exploring for sure.
So first up, what exactly does SocialWick offer? Well, according to the podcast, they've got the whole shebang: followers, likes, views, comments, impressions, you name it. They even break down the views into video views, story views, and live video views.
Wow, they really do cover all the bases. It's like a one-stop shop for, like, anyone looking to pump up those numbers.
Right. And they really emphasize the whole, like, real and genuine angle.
Oh, yeah, I bet. These days, you have to.
Totally. The podcast host kept saying things like, SocialWick delivers real, high-quality followers and uses genuine accounts for the likes.
Makes sense. With all the talk about fake accounts and bots, people are wary. They want to know they're getting, real engagement.
Exactly. Because we've all heard those horror stories, right? Like your account gets penalized or shadow banned for using dodgy services.
Oh, absolutely. Instagram's cracking down on fake engagement, and rightfully so. It messes with the whole ecosystem.
Big time. So it seems like SocialWick is trying to position themselves as the, like, safe option.
The ethical growth hack, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
It's interesting, though, how they're tapping into that, like, underlying anxiety that so many people have about being invisible online.
Oh, totally.
Like, you put in all this effort to create content, but it just gets lost in the endless scroll, and then you see these other accounts just blowing up, and you're like, what am I doing wrong?
Ugh, it's the worst feeling.
Right. So something like SocialWick appears, promising a shortcut, and it's tempting,
For sure. Especially when they dangle things like super fast delivery and 24/7 customer support.
Oh, yeah, they mentioned that, didn't they?
Yeah, they were all about how your numbers start going up within minutes of signing up.
Wow.
And if you have any problems, boom, customer support is there, like, around the clock.
Smart. That instant gratification thing is powerful.
Totally. Makes you feel like you're in control,
It does. But it
Yeah.
makes you wonder, is that initial bump sustainable?
Good question.
Like, what happens if you stop using the service? Does your engagement just, like, plummet?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You don't want to build your house on sand.
Exactly. You need a solid foundation.
Speaking of which, SocialWick has been around since 2017.
Oh, wow. So they got some longevity.
They do. Which, maybe says something about their staying power, but
But it doesn't guarantee they're actually effective, right?
right. Just because they've been around a while doesn't mean they deliver on their promises.
Exactly. It's one thing to attract attention, but building a truly engaged audience, that's a whole other ballgame.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you think, like, what's the point of having thousands of followers if they're not actually interested in what you're posting?
It's like playing a concert to an empty room. You might technically have an audience, but are they really listening?
Exactly. You want people to be, like, genuinely invested in your content, not just numbers on the screen.
Absolutely. They should be liking, commenting, sharing, actually contributing to the conversation.
So are we saying SocialWick is a bad idea then?
Not necessarily. I think it depends on your goals.
Okay, I see.
Like, if you need a quick boost for whatever reason, it might be a temporary tool.
Yeah.
But it's crucial to remember that initial bump isn't a substitute for a solid organic growth strategy.
So what does a solid organic strategy look like?
Well, it starts with creating high-quality content that resonates with your target audience.
Makes sense.
Think stunning photos, engaging videos, thoughtful captions, stuff that makes people stop scrolling and pay attention.
Right.
And then it's about being consistent, using relevant hashtags, interacting with your followers, maybe collaborating with other creators in your niche.
It's all about building those genuine connections, huh?
Exactly. It's not just about getting people to your profile, but
Yeah.
keeping them there, turning them into loyal fans.
Okay, so maybe SocialWick can help you get some initial traction, but to really thrive on Instagram.
You need to put in the work, build relationships, and create content that truly connects.
Got it.
So the question becomes, is SocialWick a stepping stone or a crutch? That's for you to decide.
Ooh, I like that. Food for thought, everyone. Definitely.
All right, well, we'll leave you to ponder that while we get ready for our next deep dive.
Until then, happy Instagramming.
And remember, focus on building that authentic community. It's worth it in the long run.
Couldn't agree more.